Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. So today I wanted to talk about scarcity mindset. What I mean by that is when people think that, they should live beneath a level that they're comfortable. And that can be due to poverty. Perhaps they were poor when they were young, or they grew up in families where they were told to be thrifty. And I think this is also a generational thing, yes. So obviously older generations are keen to save money because times were harder previously. And it can also be due to the fact that these days sometimes people want to go for the organic lifestyle and they want to live outdoors and they feel that they can manage on, minimal items and things that basically are natural. Now, I'd like you to look at this from two perspectives. Yes, so there is a natural lifestyle, and those lifestyles are perhaps in countries where people have lived outdoors, and they know how to adapt to their environment. So it's a natural course of life, and it's actually a healthier life because they're one with nature, and there's less restrictions like walls, roofs, security measures, because normally these types of situations um, can be where perhaps people live in a village, everyone knows everyone, and so there's not this worry that there's going to be some stranger at the door. And another scenario is like these days, like I said, people like to go out, live in the wilderness, what do they call it? Basically not having to deal with the usual amenities of living in a city, not having to deal with bills, additional costs, property costs, whatever it be. And I think the basis is that you live on little as possible because you can, which is true. But I think you also need to have the resilience to be able to do that. Not only that, um, it's quite like I said, it's sort of in the Western format, it can be quite isolating because you're away from how people normally live their lives in cities, and you're somewhere in a remote place. So as far as resources go, you're depending on yourself or people who may be some distance away from you. In villages in other countries, people do live, the outdoors lifestyle, but they are in villages, yes. Everyone knows everyone, everyone helps everyone out. And, there is a sense of community and support. So I think these areas need to be looked at as well. And as far as scarcity goes, I mean, of course, it's good to, be efficient with resources, only use what you need. But that doesn't mean that you don't use what you need. Yes. So, I've noticed as well recently that people, trying to do without things that normally are used, such as toilet paper or, even a washing machine. But the thing is, I think if you're surrounded in an environment where these things are in use and they're commonplace, then you shouldn't feel the need to do without. And this scarcity mindset also can be influenced by people feeling that perhaps it's a childhood behavior where, you know, they shouldn't indulge or make the best of life, really. And I think life is about that. Life is about making the best you can make it. It's okay to have things that some people may consider luxurious, like toilet paper, which is a basic need in the Western world. Yes, it's something that is used. So I think it depends on your perspective as well. But I also think it's important to know that I don't think we as humans were meant to live a life where we do without. I mean, there's so many resources on earth. I think the issue is that they're not distributed equally, yes, amongst humanity. So therefore, there is this competition for resources, but that doesn't mean we do without. Yes, if it is within our power to get the things we need to live a comfortable life, then we should do so. That doesn't mean everybody has to live a rich life. What it does mean is that, you should have the bare essentials at least, and don't feel that, you shouldn't have them. Just things like keeping yourself clean, um, having a machine if your neighbors have it, yes, to wash your clothes. So it's just giving you some examples, but I seem to think that people sometimes get confused and they think that living on the bare essentials is the ideal life. It is if you were born in that environment and you know how to do it, yes. But if you are starting anew, then I think it's important to have the things you need, um, because it requires manpower. Yes, it requires manpower if you do without these things. For instance, in some countries, they might not have washing machines, so they do have servants come and do the washing, and that's their main job, is to come in and do the washing, do the cleaning, whatever it needs doing. So this is all things that need to be taken account of, because if you're starting, let's say, as a young couple going out into countryside to live on your own, it's going to be a lot of hard work. Yes, in villages people do it in other countries because they've got help. Yes, and this help doesn't necessarily have to do with money. Sometimes it's bartering, giving these servants a meal, or other items that they may require. But there's some sort of barter system that goes on, and which is the beauty of civilizations that have adapted to the environment in this way. So I think it's very important to realize that you do deserve the best life you can live, and that doesn't mean hoarding all your money or hoarding all your things. It means enjoying them. Actually looking what's in your wardrobe. Have you worn it? Why aren't you wearing it? Anything else that you might have, make use of what you have. Don't wait for the next day, because sometimes, life can cut people short, and then, all these things you've sort of put away to save for a rainy day, you may not even get to experience. So I think it's good to live in the present, make the most of the present day, because that's all you have. The past is gone. These ideas of the ideal life we wanted to make for ourselves, the things we have to go with that. But we are always adapting to the future. We are changing, yeah. So even the future, we don't know what it holds. We just have today. We know today we are here. Each minute that passes by, and we can make the most of it. We can plan for the future, but it's not here yet. So it's not something we can experience in the present moment. So I think it's very important to obviously, yes, have plans if you want to reach a goal, but in the day that you are in, live the best life that you can. Don't have these motivational quotes that say, live every day like it's the best, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. And that's not something to think about in a negative way. It's just a fact that we only have the present, and we do deserve to live a good life, and we do deserve to make the most of it. All right? Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.